It's just catching on over here. But so it's proven technology, so.
John, is your bid to do the VRF?
Yes.
I'd second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Holland, a second by Hill. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Now that's,
Thank you.
that's the estimated $589, $589,000.
Right.
Yeah, how much was that again?
The high end,
High end.
about 589,000.
Okay.
We're just talking about the heating and cooling, we're not talking about
Yeah.
any of the other components that were estimated.
Okay.
Okay, going to item 16. Motion authorizing the mayor and city clerk treasurer to execute the loan agreement and continuing disclosure certificate for the 2013A general obligation refunding bonds in the principal amount of $2,270,000.
The last and final step in refinancing our sewer bond revenue to general obligation.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Schweitzer, second by Davis. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Let's go to new business. Item 17, motion to set the date of hearing as July 8th, 2013 at 6:30 PM at the City Hall Council Chambers in the City of Independence for consideration of adopting an ordinance, vacation and disposal of property legally described as a 10-foot utility easement, generally described as First Street East, by sale to Becky Klein.
What is that address?
This is that house that's on the very far east end of town across from the lift station. It's a little house that kind of sits out there by itself next to the quarry.
It's built up.
Yeah, it's built
It's
up
the one that's built
Where
up
Bagby's used to live.
on the south side.
on the south side. Yep, yep. Yeah. And basically, what they want to be able to build within what is technically our easement, and we're so far away from ever needing that space that we don't need that full easement. So, planning and zoning reviewed it, and I've reviewed it with Mike and Tim and all our people here, and they see no reason why we wouldn't be able to allow that.
I make motion.
Second.
Motion by Schweitzer, second by Holland. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Go to item 18. Motion to set date of hearing as July 8th, 2013 at 6:30 PM at the City Hall Council Chambers in the City of Independence for consideration of adopting a resolution to vacate and dispose of property generally described as 11th Avenue Northeast to allow removal of an unprotected railroad crossing.
Is this to the east of Gator?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. That's that railroad crossing that we've talked about here a couple times. Railroad would like us to consider vacating that, and because right now they're offering to pay us $7,500. The DOT is willing to pay us $7,500, and railroad is also willing to install the pads that go across the railroad tracks on 150 if we want to extend our trail across. So.
I make motion. Oh,
I'm just curious how we have two hearings on at the same time.
One follows the other.
Another, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, should we post it as like 6:45?
Then we might have to wait 12 minutes.
Oh, I see.
It's not the first time we've done this.
Isn't it? Okay. Very good.
Did you make that
Did you have a
motion?
motion?
I'd second.
Motion by Hill, second by Davis. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 19, motion to approve the benefit payout for David Winger, Patrolman, Independence Police Department.
This is kind of a procedural matter whenever there's a employee who no longer is employed by the city. In the past, we've just automatically, the clerk has followed the policy and paid the employee that vested benefit that they've accrued. And one of the things, I think one of the concerns and one of the complaints the council had in the past was that you didn't know this was happening. And so, the reason that's been put on the agenda is for that purpose, is so that you can approve the clerk to make the payout due to the separation of employment, from the employment. So it's a procedural matter that your policy already allows for the payment of that sum of money. But in the past, you've never ever approved it, the clerk has just paid it. Well, that was a concern that you as a council had, and I think also our auditor had, that you weren't approving it. And so that's why it's on the agenda tonight.
I make the motion to approve it.
Have a motion by Hill.
Second. Well, go ahead, John.
Second by Holland. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Let's move on to reports. Chief Miller?
Just one thing real quick. Of course, some of you may know or may not. Last Wednesday, we had an incident in one of our apartment complexes here within the city in which a individual was going throughout the complex threatening individuals with a shotgun. It ended up developing into a standoff situation with our officers. And I just wanted to public thank we did a call out of officers and wanted to thank Buchanan County Sheriff's Office as well as the Iowa State Patrol for responding as well. And thankfully, due to the response and the professionalism of all agencies, that it came to a successful and peaceful conclusion with the arrest of the individual, of course. So, thank you.
Do you have a computer yet?
Pardon?
Do you have a computer yet?
Yes, I have a computer back. Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you, Randy. No Doug this evening. Go on to Bob.
Me? Nope.
Jean?
Steve, I was going through this, and who's on the design committee? You know, on the Riverwalk thing? In
Who's on
here.
it?
Yeah.
Do you wanna be on it?
No. You just said the design committee, and I wondered who it was.
Oh, we've got Benita's on there. She's our council representative because she's for Riverwalk and Park, so it's she's on both committees. So she's our city council rep. Myself, Laura Freese from RC&D is our grant writer that's assisting us with that. Dan Cohen sits on that. Fred Smock, Ashley Sheretz from Iowa State Extension.
Joe Olson.
Joe Olson, Bob Bates